Yes, hello students, and today we are going to start with our next topic, that is the three-phase AC circuit. And as you seen on the screen that it is a three-phase AC waveform. Okay, and as compared to the single-phase AC waveform, as in the single-phase AC waveform, there is only a single sinusoidal curve is there. Whereas in case of three phase, there are in each cycle of the three single phase AC waveform, there are three waveforms. Okay, and you have seen here that the starting, let us suppose this one is our first phase, let us suppose it A, and second phase B, and third phase is, let us suppose it is C. Okay, and you have seen here that the starting point of first phase is at 0 degree. Okay, and the starting point of second phase is at here somewhere, and third is here. And what is the difference, or what is the phase difference between the starting points of these three waveforms are? This is at 0 degree, this one is at 120 degree, and this one is at 180 degree. Sorry, 240 degree. Okay, that means all the three phases are displaced at 120 degree angle with respect to each other. ठीक है, ये जो तीनों phases होते हैं, they are at 120 degree angle with respect to each other. And like earlier we discussed that ki how the single phase is generated. So how the single phase is generated? When the magnetic field is rotated within a coil. Okay, we can draw it like this. Ki, let us suppose there is a coil like this, and for the single phase generation we have said that there is a magnetic field, or coil is rotated within the stationary coil or within the stationary magnetic field. But in this figure, I am going to show the rotation of magnetic field. So if this type of arrangement is there, so it represents the single phase supply. But here we need the three phase supply. So what is the concept behind the three phase? That there are three magnetic fields. Okay, that there are three pair of poles. So it can be drawn like this. Arrange the second pair and arrange the third pair of poles. Okay, and the poles are alternate to each other. Like if here is the north, then here is the south pole, and its consecutive north is here. Okay, and here is south, and here is now north pole, and its consecutive south is here. Okay, so how the three phase is generated? When the three magnetic fields 1, 2 and 3. Okay, when the three magnetic fields are rotated within a stationary coil, then the three phase generation is there. Okay, so you have do it alternately also, or if there are stationary magnetic field and the three coils are rotated together, you can do it in any way. So here you can show the anti-clockwise rotation or the clockwise rotation. And in the phasor form, we can see that one north pole is here, second north pole is here, and the third north pole is here. Okay, and if we have to draw it in the phasor form, so we can draw them like this, like this. So this is the simple phasor notation for the three-phase circuits. Okay, so we can represent as this one as E1, that the first induced voltage in the first phase. Okay, so this one as E2 and this one as E3. Okay, whereas in some books the notation may be used as uh, like E1, E2 or E3. In some books there is the representing like this, whereas in some other books they can represent as EA, EB or EC, okay, with the letters. Whereas in other type of books it can be represented as ER, EY and EB. And practically the most commonly used notation is R, Y and B. Okay, we generally represent the three phase with the letters R, Y and B. So what does this R, Y, B? This simply represents the colors. Okay, R means the red color. Okay, this means the red color. Y means yellow color. Okay, and B means the blue or black color. Okay, so we can easily recognize the three phases as the construction of the wire is same. But to recognize that which one is the first phase, which one is the second phase, which one is the third phase, so we need the different colors of wires. Okay, so that's why we use the three commonly used colors for the phases. Red phase for the first phase, yellow wire for the second phase and blue wire for the third phase. Okay, so we represent with different colors for the three phase AC circuits. Okay, so we can also, like now we have to write down their equations, sinusoidal equations. As in the single phase AC supply, we simply write as E is equals to E max sin omega t. Okay, in the single phase supply. For the single phase supply, we can use this as our EMF equation. Okay, but in case of three phase supply, we have to write the equation, three equations like for E1, second for E2 and thirdly for E3. So we know that our E1, that is the first phase. So let us represent it as same as E1, E2 and E3, and from this waveform we observe that our E1 starts at 0 degree. Okay, E1 starts at 0 degree. So E1's equation for E1 can be written as E max sine of omega t. Okay, as we have seen here that the E1 starts at 0 degree, so it can be written as E max sine omega t. And now for E2, E2 starts at 120 degree. So it can be written as E max sine of omega t minus 120 degree. Okay, it can be written like this. That means the second waveform shows the lagging nature with respect to the first waveform. Okay, second waveform shows the lagging nature 120 degree after the first waveform. So it can be written like this, omega t minus 120 degree. And similarly for the next, it can be written as E max sine of omega t minus 240 degree. Okay, as you seen from the waveform, it starts at 240 degree after the 0 degree, first waveform, with respect to the first waveform. Or you can also write this as, इसको हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, it can also write down as E max sine of omega t plus 120 degree. Okay, it can be written like this because it will gives you the same result. Okay, this will gives you the same result. So it can be written like this. So these are the three equations for the three waveforms, that is the for the three phase AC circuits. Okay, and one thing very important to note down here, if you sum up these three voltages at any instant, ठीक है, अगर किसी भी particular instant पे like at say at about 90 degree, you can sum up the three waveforms or sum of the three EMF equations, it will gives you the zero result. So you must have to remember this, that E1 plus E2 plus E3 is equal to 0 at any instant. किसी भी पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंट पे, किसी भी पर्टिकुलर एंगल पे, द सम ऑफ द थ्री EMF equations or three waveforms gives you the zero result. Or you can also prove this relation mathematically also. Okay, so go try this relation mathematically. Just sum up these and you got the zero result. So this is about the generation of the three-phase EMF, that how the three phases are generated, or we can simply also be written as ER, EY and EB. It can be written like this. In some of the books, this notation may be used. And this is the phasor diagram. And what is the angle? It is 120 degree. Here is again 120 degree, and here is again 120 degree. So the three waveforms or three phasors are 120 degree apart to each other. Okay, they are 120 degree phase difference between the three waveforms. Okay, so this is the three phase EMF generation. Now let's start with the advantages of the three phase with respect to the single phase supply. Okay. Okay, now starting with the advantages of three phase with respect to the single phase. As in the single phase, we have studied that the voltage is generally 220 volts. But in case of three phase, it is 440 volts. Okay, so the first advantage is more output. The output is more in case of three phase supply with respect to the single phase supply. And number two, second advantage is smaller size. Okay? If you have to work upon the three phase supply and you can arrange the three single phase circuits, then it gives you the bigger size. Okay, so one three phase circuit gives you the smaller size in comparison to the three single phase AC circuits. So the second advantage is smaller size. And number three, third advantage is that three phase motors are self-starting. Three phase motors are self-starting because the single phase motors generally need some push-up to start. But the three phase motors are self-starting, they start at their own. Next, fourth advantage is more power is transmitted. More power is transmitted as compared to the single phase power. Okay, next is number fifth, smaller area of cross section of conductors. The conductors that are used in the three phase supply have their smaller area of cross section in comparison to the conductors used in the single phase supply. So this is the next advantage. Number six, low or no fluctuations in supply. Okay? Whereas in case of the single phase supply, there are the fluctuations observed. Whereas in case of three phase, either very low or no fluctuations are there. Okay, so this is the next advantage. And number seven is the better power factor. Next very important advantage is the better power factor, because the efficiency of the circuit or efficiency of the working condition of any supply or any power system depends upon the power factor. And we have already studied that if the power factor is low, okay, our current increases, efficiency decreases. Okay, so the three phase circuits gives you the better power factor in comparison to the single phase circuits. Okay, so these are some of the points of advantages. Now next is the different types of connections. Types of connections. That what are the different types of connections for three phase? Okay, so there are three types of connections. There are three types of connections. The first one is three-phase, three-wire star connection. Three-phase, three-wire star connection. This is the first type of connection, that is three-phase, three-wire star connection. Okay. Second is three-phase, four-wire star connection. Three-phase, here the number of wires are four. Okay. Three-phase, four-wire star connection, and third type is the three-phase, three-wire delta connection. Okay. This we have already studied, that what are star connections, what are delta connections. We know the arrangement of the star and delta, okay, how they look like. So three-phase, three-wire delta connections. So these are the three types of connections in the three-phase circuits. Now the first type of connection. The first one, that is the three-phase, three-wire star connection. How it can be drawn? So it can be drawn very neatly like this. And here you have not to use the resistances. Okay, you have to use the coils, inductance. Okay, or you may use the combination of resistance or inductance. Okay, so this is the first type of connection like this. This one is the three-phase, three-wire star connection, or you can represent these terminals as R, Y, and B. So I'm again repeating, you have to use here coils only, or the combination of resistance or inductance in series. Okay. So the next type of connection is number 2. Second type of connection is three-phase, four-wire star connection. So it can be drawn like okay, this one is the same as three-phase, three-wire, but there is one more wire that is from the center point. Okay, so this one comes out to be the three-phase, four-wire star connection, and the terminals are R, Y, B, and this center wire is called as the neutral wire. Okay, this one is called as neutral wire. Okay, so this one is a three-phase, four-wire star connection. Now the third category, that is a three-phase, three-wire delta connection. So now this time you have to give it the delta arrangement like this. Okay, so this one is three-phase, three-wire delta connection. Okay, so this one is the delta connection, and again represent it as R, Y, and B phase, red phase, yellow phase, and blue phase. Okay, so these are the three different types of connection. Three-phase, three-wire star connection, three-phase, three-wire, four-wire star connection, three-phase, three-wire delta connection. Okay, so these are the different types of connections. And now next we have to do the derivations for the star connection and one for the delta connections. So very important derivations. Okay, now let's start with the derivations for the star connections as well as for the delta connections. Okay, now firstly with the star connections. So it is obtained by connecting one end of three phases together. So if we have three phases differently apart with respect to each other like this, let us suppose there are three phases like this, and if you join their one end together, then you got the star connections. Okay, so this is the arrangement for the star connections, that is, it is obtained by connecting one end of three phases together. So this will gives you the star connections. So let's represent them as R, Y and B, and this end as R dash, Y dash and B dash. Okay, that means we are connecting together R dash, Y dash, B dash with a simple wire or simple short circuiting them. So we got the three phase AC connection in the star form. Okay, and this common point is called as the neutral point. So this is called as neutral point. And now just draw their correct arrangement like this. So this one are the star connections represent as R, Y and B. The three phases represented as R, Y and B, and the common point it is represented as N, that is the neutral point. Now we have to mention the different voltages and currents in these star connections. Firstly, starting with the voltages. The voltage between any two phases. Okay, like the voltage between R phase and Y phase, it is represented as VRY. Okay, now voltage between Y and B, it is represented as VYB. Okay, and similarly between R phase and B phase, it is VBR. Okay, and one thing to note down here that there are three phases, so these three phases must rotate in proper sequence. That after R phase there is Y phase, and after Y phase there is B phase, and after B phase there is again R phase. So in writing you must have to write in the proper sequence, like you have to write as RY. Okay, then YB, then BR. So this is the correct notation or the proper rotation for the writing. If you write it in the reverse, na, if you write it as VRY is the correct sequence. But if you write it as VYR, so these are two are not equal. These two are not equal. It is equal to minus of VYR. ठीक है, वहां पे 180 डिग्री का फेज शिफ्ट हो जाएगा. सो डू राइट द notations properly. Firstly RY, then YB and then BR. Okay, and one thing again to note down here that VRY is equals to, next is the YB. Okay, next phase is the YB, so it can be written as, or you can also mention here it is at angle 0 degree. So next is VYB, it is at angle 120 degree, and next is BR, it is angle 240 degree. Okay, so these are equal. Okay, and one thing more that their VRY magnitudes are equal. YB and BR, the magnitudes of the three phases are equal. Okay, there is no difference in the magnitudes. The difference is only in their phase angles. Okay, their magnitudes are equal. And the three waveforms or three phases or three waves or three voltages are 120 degree angle apart to each other. Okay, so these are how the three phases are represented. Okay, but apart from these three voltages, there are three more voltages for these star connections. So that are, the first is between the Red phase and neutral. Between red phase and neutral, we represent as VRN. And similarly, for yellow phase and neutral, we represent as VYN. Okay, and for B phase, blue phase and neutral, we represent as VBN. Okay, so there are total 6 voltages. That is, the 3 voltages are between the two phases and 3 voltages are between the any one phase and neutral. So accordingly, the voltages are defined as, one is the line voltages. तो लाइन वोल्टेजेस हम किसको बोलेंगे? तो लाइन वोल्टेजेस इज द वोल्टेज बिटवीन एनी टू फेज. ठीक है, सो दैट मीन्स अंडर द लाइन वोल्टेज कैटेगरी द सिंपल नोटेशन फॉर द लाइन वोल्टेज इज VL. So under the line voltage there comes the 3 voltages, that is VRY, VYB and VBR. These 3 are line voltages. So what is the definition for the line voltage? That it is the voltage between any two phases. Okay, it is the voltage between any two phases of the 3-phase circuit. So that is line voltage VRY, YB and VR. So next one is the second category of voltage is the phase voltages. Phase voltage, it is simply represented as VP. Okay, and it can be, the 3 voltages comes under this category is VRN, VYN and VBN. So these 3 are the phase voltages. Okay, and what is the definition for the phase voltage? That it is the voltage between any one phase and neutral. Okay, so phase voltage, this is the voltage between any one phase and the neutral point. So that is called as the phase voltage. Now comes the turn of the currents. So for the currents, so one red phase is there, yellow phase is there, blue phase is there. So there are only 3 currents like IR, IY and, sorry, here it is IY and here it is IB. So there are 3 currents, and one thing to note down there here, that the same current flow in the line and the same current flow in the phase also. Okay, is only one current, the same current flow through the line also and the same current enters in the phase also. मतलब इस first phase में we have the current IR again. So for the star connections, line current is equal to the phase current. Okay, for the star connections, line current is equal to the phase current because the same current flow through the line and same current flow through the phase. So that's why in case of the star connection, just remind that this is IL. L represents the line current and T represents the phase current. So line currents and phase currents are equal for the star connections. Okay, now come to the derivation part. But before starting with the derivation, we have to draw the phasor diagram first. And from that phasor diagram, we have to proceed towards the derivation. Okay, so firstly draw the phasor diagram. Yes, for the phasor diagram, we are going to start with the phase voltages. Okay, so if here is VRN, that is the first voltage at 0 degree, then here is VYN and here is VBN. Okay, these 3 voltages are phase voltages which are at 120 degree apart with respect to each other. Okay, so this is the first phasor or starting of the phasor diagram. So now the next step is just to revert these voltages. Like if here is VRN, just to take the opposite, and here comes out to be V. Here it is RN. Just note down it. Here it is RN, and now we have to write it as NR. Okay, because we have already said that this NR and RN, just I am opposing the letters, it gives you 180 degree phase reversal. And similarly draw for the other two. Here is V, here is YN, and here is NY. Okay, and similarly for the third, here it is VNB. Okay, so in the first step, we are just reverse the order or gives the 180 degree polarity to the phase voltages. तो हमने इसको 180 degree reverse कर दिया है. Okay, now in the next, we have to draw the resultant for the two voltages. Like for these two, this one and this one, just draw their resultant like this. Like you have apply the parallelogram law, okay, in mathematics in the similar way. So complete this parallelogram, and this will give you the resultant vector, and this is equal to VRN plus VNY. Okay, this is equals to VRN. This one, this is equals to VRN plus VNY or equal to VRY. Okay, so it is represented as VRY, that means the line voltage. Okay, so this one is the line voltage, this is the phase voltage. Now similarly, complete the parallelogram on this side also. Completing the parallelogram like this, and here this one represents VYN plus VNB. It is VYN plus VNB. It will give you VYB. In the similar way as we have write down it here. So this one is VYB. And similarly complete one parallelogram here. Okay, and this is the resultant vector, and this will give you, it is VBN plus VNR. Okay, it is, I'm just writing here VBN plus VNR, and this will give you VBR. So this is again another line voltages. So this is the complete phasor for the star connection, and here we are going to draw or derive our derivation, starting with the derivation. So let's consider this first parallelogram. Okay, for the derivation, we are going to start from here. So VRY is equals to VRN plus VNY. We are just starting with this relation. Okay, VRY is equals to VRN plus VNY, and it can also be written as VRN minus VYN. Okay, I'm just giving the 180 degree phase reversal. Okay, and further it can also be written as VRN minus VRN angle minus 120 degree. Okay, because why we are writing like this? Because we know that these all have the same magnitude, their magnitudes are same, but they are 120 degree apart with respect to each other. So I am writing this VYN in this form. VRN angle minus 120 degree. Okay, now just take VRN common. So here it is VRY, here it is VRY. So just take in the next step VRN common, 1 minus 1 angle of minus 120 degree in this way. Okay, now just expand in the cos sine form. It can be written as VRY is equal to VRN 1 minus, and this can be written as this one. It can be written as cos of minus 120 degree. Cos of minus 120 degree, because here the angle is minus 120 plus iota times sine of minus 120 degree. Like this. It can be written like this. Okay. And just put down its values, cos minus 120 and sine 1. That is VRY now comes equal to VRN 1 minus, what is cos of minus 120 degree? It is minus 1 by 2. Okay, it is minus 1 by 2 plus iota times sine of minus 120 degree. It is minus root 3 by 2. Okay, so these are the values. Just open it. So it will gives you VRN 1 plus 1 by 2 minus minus again plus iota times root 3 by 2. Okay, and just solving this real part, and it will gives you VRN 3 by 2, 1 plus 1 by 2, this one. Okay, it gives you 3 by 2 plus iota root 3 by 2. Okay, and in the next step we have to calculate its magnitude. So taking the magnitudes, magnitude, that is VRY, magnitude is equals to VRN magnitude. And how to calculate the magnitude of any complex number, that is a square plus b square and square root. Okay, and we are going to apply the same formula here. So for the magnitude, it can be written as 3 by 2 square plus root 3 by 2 square. Okay, and when you solve it, so this will gives you under root 3. So VRY magnitude is equals to VRN magnitude into under root 3. So this will gives you under root 3. So we are come up with the relation or formula, that is, what is VRY? So this one is line voltage. Okay, this is the line voltage is equal to under root 3 times. So this one is the phase voltage. So this is the relation for the star connections. So what is the final relation for the star connections is that if VL is equals to under root 3 times V phase, line voltage is equal to root 3 times the phase voltage as per this derivation, and line current is equal to the phase current. So these are the relations, final relations for the star connections. Okay, the complete derivation for the star connections. Okay, now let's start with the delta connections. So the basic definition for the delta connection is that here the starting end of one coil is connected to the finishing end of other coil. Okay, that means if there are, let us suppose there are 3 coils like this. Okay, and you can represent it as one end as R, this as Y, and this as B, and here the second end as R dash, Y dash and B dash. Okay, just represent their endpoints with the letters R, Y, B and R dash, Y dash and B dash. So for as per the definitions, the starting end of one coil is connected to the finishing end of other coil. So this is the starting, one end is connected to the finishing end of other. Okay, and in the similar way, the starting of another is connected to the finishing end of another. Next one, and its starting is connected to the finishing end of other. Okay, so like this, the delta connections are made. Okay, so these type of connections are called as the delta connections, and in the actual circuit diagram, we are going to draw it like this. Like this. So this type of arrangement is called as the delta arrangement, and these are the three phase wires. There are only three wires. There is no fourth wire. There is no neutral point in the delta connections. So let's represent it as red phase, yellow phase and blue phase. Okay, and just representing these as like R is connected with Y dash, or just represent this as R. ठीक है, so R is connected with Y dash, so this one is Y dash. Okay, next Y is connected with B dash, so this one is our Y, and here it is B dash. Okay, and next here it is B, so B is connected with, here it is R dash. So in this way, these notations are done. Okay, and as there are only three lines, so there are only three voltages are possible. So the first voltage is this one VRY. Okay, you have to maintain the same sequence RY, YB and BR. So you have to maintain that sequence. And the next voltage is VYB, the second voltage, and the third voltage is VBR. Okay, that means you have to maintain the sequence RY, YB and BR. If you reverse the sequence now, so then it will represent the 180-degree phase reversal. Okay, so these are the only three voltages possible in case of the delta connections. So for the delta connections, there are these three are the phase voltages and these three are the line voltages. Okay, that means in delta connections, line voltages are equal to the phase voltages. Okay, for the delta connections, line voltages are equal to the phase voltages. The same voltages are represented as line also as well as phase. So for the line delta connection, VL is equal to V phase. Now come to the current. Now for the current, let us suppose here is the current IR, here is IY and here is IB. Okay, IR, IY and IB, these three currents. Okay, these three IR, IY and IB, these three are called as line currents because these three currents flow in the lines. Okay, so these three are called as line currents. In तीनों को we set the line currents, or it is represented by IL. Okay, because these are the currents flow in the lines. एक line में flow कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? They have not entered into the phase, so that's why these three are called as the line currents. Now come the turn of the phase currents. So when this current reached at this junction point, so it divides into the two parts. Okay, when this IR reaches to this junction point, it divides into the two parts like this. And we can represent as like this phase is connected between R and Y. So here the current is IRY. Okay, and this one we represent as, here you can represent as IBR, and here it is IRB. So there are the three currents within the phases also, and these are IRY, IYB and IBR. The currents flowing in the phases. Okay, these three are called as phase currents. These three are called as the phase currents, and these are represented by the notation IP. Okay, so in the delta connections, there are total 6 currents. 3 are the line currents and 3 are the phase currents. The currents that are flowing in the line are called as the line currents. The currents that are entering into the phases are called as the phase currents. And the phase currents are represented like this, and the line currents are represented by a single letter R, Y or B. So these are the line and phase currents. And one thing more, for the delta connections, line voltage is equal to the phase voltage. That is, there is only 3 voltages are there, and they are represented both as line or phase voltages. Okay, now come with the phasor diagram next and the derivation part. Okay, now for the phasor diagram of the delta connections, we are going to start with the simple line voltage, or you said that the phase voltage. So we can simply draw here like this, VRY. Okay, and if we take the VRY at reference 0 degree, then where is IRY? As the circuit is inductive, so circuit is inductive, so that means the current is lagging. Okay, so if here is VRY, then the IRY shows you the lagging nature somewhat here. Here is IRY. Okay, current shows the lagging nature with respect to the voltage due to the inductive circuit, because there are coils in the circuit. So that's why the current is lagging the voltage. Okay, so in this way we are going to start with the phasor. And if here is IRY, so next one is YB. Now the rest of the phasor we have to draw in the terms of currents only. Okay. Here is IRY, here is IYB at 120 degree apart. Okay, and here is somewhat here IBR. These three are the line currents. Okay, and these three are 120 degree with respect to each other. तीनों आपस में the phase angle is 120 degree. Okay. Now next, in the similar way as we have done in the previous phasor diagram, in case of the star connection, just reverse these currents. ठीक है, तो इनको just reverse polarity देनी है like this, and like this. ठीक है, we are going to reverse IRY. In the reverse manner, it can be written as IYR. IYR. Okay, here it is IRY. Now for IYB, in the reverse polarity, it can be written as IBY. Okay, and similarly for the third one, here it is IBR. Here it can be written as IRB. Okay, done. Just firstly starting with the 3 line currents and then reverse them, and also Change the notations accordingly. Okay, now the next step is to complete the parallelogram. Okay, the next step is to complete the parallelogram. Now just completing this parallelogram first, like this one. Here it is IRB. Just completing this parallelogram, and this one is the resultant, and this represents IRY plus IRB, and this represents your current IR. Okay, this is the net current IR, that is the current in the red phase. And similarly, completing one parallelogram here, and this represents your second current IBR plus IBY. So this is IB, the second current, and the third one, just completing the third parallelogram, and this represents your current, that is IYB plus IYR, it is IY. Okay, so these are the three phase currents, IY, IR and IB. Okay, so this one is the complete phasor diagram for the delta connections. Now starting with the derivation part by taking any parallelogram. किसी एक parallelogram से we are going to start with our derivation. Let's start with this one. Okay, so it is starting with IR is equals to IRY plus IRB. So in the similar way as we have done the derivation for the star connections now, so it goes in the similar way also. Okay, so the next step is IRY, just to revert this. Okay, so it can be written as minus IBR. Okay, in the similar manner. Okay, and in the next step, it can be written as IRY minus IRY angle minus 120 degree. Okay, and in the next step, take our IRY common. 1 minus 1 angle minus 120 degree. Just now write this in the cos sine form. It can be written as IRY 1 minus cos of minus 120 degree plus iota sine of minus 120 degree, like this. Okay, now just put down their values, cos of minus 120 degree and sine of minus 120 degree. So this comes out to be, this is IR. So IR is equals to now IRY 1 minus, so what is cos of minus 120 degree? It is again minus 1 by 2 plus iota times, it is minus under root 3 by 2. Like this. Or it can further be written as IR is equals to IRY 1 plus 1 by 2 plus iota under root 3 by 2, or it is IRY 3 by 2 plus iota root 3 by 2. Okay, now in the next step, you have to take the magnitudes. Okay, so for the magnitude, just take their magnitudes, and the magnitude for this, it comes out to be IR magnitude is equals to IRY magnitude, and here is the square root of 3 by 2 square plus under root 3 by 2 square. Okay, and upon solving, this will gives you root 3. That is the same result as it is come in the star connection for the voltages. Now for the currents, so this will gives you IR is equals to under root 3 times IRY. Okay, under root 3 times IRY. So that means the final result for the delta connections are, that is, what is this? IR, that is the line current. Okay, this one is the line current and this one is the phase current. So the net results for the delta connections are, that is IL is equals to under root 3 times I P, that is the phase currents, and VL is equals to VP. So these are the final results for the delta connections. Okay, now from these two derivations, we observe that in case of star connections, line current is equal to phase current, but line voltage is equal to root 3 times the phase voltage. Whereas in case of delta connections, line voltage is equal to the phase voltage, but line current is equal to under root 3 times the phase voltage. So this is the difference between these two type of connections. In case of delta connections, there are 6 currents and 3 voltages. Okay, but in case of star connections, there are 6 voltages and 3 currents. So this is the basic difference. Now the next one is to calculate the 3-phase power and just uh, conclude these star and delta connections. Now let's conclude the star and delta connections with respect to their voltages and currents. So for star and delta connection, firstly relation for the voltage. Okay, for star connection, VL is equals to under root 3 times V phase. This is the relation for the star connection, whereas for delta, it is VL is equals to V phase. Okay, for delta connection, it is VL is equal to V phase. Now, number 2, for star connections, IL is equals to I phase, that is the line current is equal to the phase current. Okay, but for the delta connections, it is line current is equal to under root 3 times the phase current. Okay, so this is the relation for the star and delta connection. Now comes the power. That what is the power in case of the 3-phase AC circuits? So number third, as in these circuits in star and delta, we have two types of voltages, two types of currents, like phase current is there, line current is there. Okay, phase voltage is there, line voltage is there. So there are also two types of power. Okay, one we said the phase power and other is the line power. Okay, now firstly the phase power. Phase power for the star connections. Okay, so phase power is P like this. So it is equal to V phase I phase cos of phi. Okay, as in case of 3-phase circuits, there are 3 phases. So the total phase power is 3 times V phase I phase cos phi. Okay, here you have, while calculating, be sure to take the phase voltage, not the line voltage. Okay, so phase voltage, phase current and power factor. So similarly, for the delta connection, phase power is equals to the same relation 3 times V phase I phase cos of phi. Where why here is 3? Because we are dealing here with the 3 phase. So that's why here is the numeral 3. Okay. Now next is the number 4, line power. Okay, now we have to change the same formula into the line power or derive the relation for the line power, like PL is equal to, take this 3 as common, VP. When this VP is written in the form of VL, so it will gives you VP is equals to VL divided by root 3. Okay, so just put it here, VL by under root 3, and IP is equals to IL and cos phi. Okay, now just solving it, 3 divided by root 3. So this will gives you under root 3 VL IL cos of phi. So this is a formula for the line power. Okay, if in the question they have tell you to calculate the line power, then you have to apply this formula, that is root 3 times VL IL cos of phi. Okay, now for the delta connections, PL is equals to, same, put down here the relations, that is 3, what is VP? VP is equals to VL, and IP is equals to IL by under root 3 cos of phi. Okay, and upon solving it, so you got same formula, root 3 VL IL cos of phi. So the formula for powers for both phase power and line power are same for the star and delta connections. So here we complete with the 3-phase AC circuits, in which we compile with the derivations for the star and delta connections. We have done the different types of connections. We have done the advantages of 3-phase circuits over the single-phase circuits, and how the 3-phase is generated by rotating 3 magnetic fields in the single coil. Okay, and their EMF equations. Okay, these 3 equations are 120-degree apart with respect to each other, and the sum of 3 voltages at any instant is 0. So this all we have done in today's lecture, that is related to the 3-phase AC circuits. Okay. Yes, now next let's start with the numerical related to the 3-phase AC circuits. So I'm just reading the heading, that is a 3-phase 400-volt supply is connected to a 3-phase star connected load. Okay, there is a 3-phase 400-volt supply that is connected to the star connected load. The line current given is 20 ampere, power given is 12 kilowatt, and you have to calculate the impedance of the load, phase current and power factor. Okay, these 3 things you have to calculate. And firstly, let's draw the circuit. So here is the, you have to calculate the impedance of the load. They have not tell the load is totally inductive or resistive or what's there in the load. So we simply draw the load as like this and represent it with the Z. Okay. Draw it in the form of star like this. Draw it in the form of star, and so this is the load with the impedance Z. And here in the question it is given that the line current is 20 ampere. So here is the line current, and we know that for the star connections, line current is equal to the phase current. Okay, so line current is 20 ampere. It is given that, and also the power is given. Line current, it is given in the question 20 ampere. Power is given, that is 12 kilowatt, or you can say that 12,000 watt it is given. So, and one thing to note down here, that the voltage that is given in the question is always a line voltage. Just remember that. Whether it is mentioned in the question or not, कि जो voltage question में given है, that is the line voltage. So, this 400 is the line voltage. Okay, so these three things are given and it is a three-phase connection. Now, the firstly, you have to calculate the phase voltage. Firstly, you have to calculate the impedance of the load, phase current and power factor. So, for firstly calculate the phase voltage. Okay, then calculate the phase current. Okay, that means V phase, I phase, and then calculate the impedance of the load. The impedance of the load is, that is Z connected to each phase. Okay, this Z impedance is connected to each phase. So what is the impedance? So impedance, that is Z, is equal to this V phase divided by I phase. So in this way you have to calculate the impedance of the load. Okay. And one thing also, the power that is given in the question is also a line power. This power is also a line power. So you can simply represent here as VL. That means all the data that is given in the question, whether it is mentioned or not, is a line data. That is, here it is a line power, here it is a line voltage. So just do these calculations. So, okay, these are the results. So, phase voltage is 400 by root 3, so 231 volts comes out to be. Line current is equal to the phase current, it comes out with the 20 ampere. And impedance is V phase by I phase, this 231 divided by 20 and 11.55 ohms. And for the power factor, you have to apply the formula of the power, that is PL is equals to under root 3 VLIL cos of phi, as the power given in the question is the line power. So from this formula, cos phi is equals to PL divided by root 3 VLIL. Just put down the values. PL is 12,000, VL is 400 and IL is 20, and you got this power factor. And this power factor is of lagging nature because all the three phase circuits consist of the coils, that is the combination of inductance and resistance. So the nature of the power factor is lagging, so you have to write down here 0.866 lag or lag. Okay, so this is a complete article for the three phase AC circuits. Okay, thank you.